What up, y'all? Texas style, y'all. My wife, Mrs. Realistic, told me about a song that Burden did 4 years ago. And I just pulled it up. And I noticed on his channel, he's up about 430 something thousand. I think it was like 436,000 subscribers at the point of making the video that I'm making currently. Whenever you see it, it's probably going to be way more. But my wife was telling me about a song he did called True Story, where he tells a story about his life. And I know I've reacted to some NF and some songs where he's telling the truth about things that happened to him. I've sort of come to really get into those songs because you can feel it. You know, nobody fakes that stuff. And if you do fake it, I think you get called out on it because you can feel it, I think, in music. So I just want to get into this right now. So at the point of making this is 4 years ago. This is Burden. True Story. Let's check it out.
I got these memories of when I was only 8. Bedroom door was locked, my mom was being beat and screaming rape. Can he open the door? I want to, but I can't. In her boyfriend's trailer in the living room, his roommate doing crank. What the f are you doing? My mom was crying for help. That's when I learned what a coward was, something I never felt. I dialed 911 and I left the phone by itself. I wish that I had a gun, cause I would've sent them to hell. Sent everybody to hell. Then I remember the cops came and took them away. Tears in my mama's face, Lord knows how bad they must taste. And every time I think about it up to this day, the helpless little kid I was, it throws me into a rage. Spoke to my pops when I was 5. On the phone, I ain't know him as dad, so I called him Clyde. Guess me calling him by his name, it must have hurt his pride. All I heard was click, and that's the last I heard from him in life. But that ain't crazy. 14 was on probation, having suicidal thoughts in his voice. It came from Satan. Had a rope tied around a branch my puppy used to play with. And one day I wrapped that rope around my neck and started hanging. What the f was I thinking? Mama see me through the window, she ran outside and saved me. Can't believe I really almost made her bury her baby. Blame it on rap music, yeah, too much Slim Shady. Swear to God I used to go to church and feel like they hate me. But none of that was awful. Is the night I lost Austin, and it's been so long. I've never put this in a song like this. No, I never thought I'd break it down like this. No, so me and him were homies, like everyday homies. Like wake up every morning, probably calling, coming over. Like damn, we need some come up. Like damn, we need some money. Like hustle, hustle, hustle. Things was finally going right into the night. Until the night I see my dog die. Yeah, about a foot away from me. Brains blowed all over the wall, man. You couldn't imagine this shit, but listen. Look, couple of jits, couple of guns, right? Just f***ing around, f***ing with one, right? 12 gauge, we ain't know it was loaded. Suddenly it went off and the barrel exploded. I started screaming your name, but you're dead and I know it. The slug it into your brain and then the blood just kept pouring. To me, this is a memory. To them, it's just horror. I ran outside, I called the police and I just stood on the porch. I heard the sirens, seen the lights, but I was numb. I didn't speak when they ran up pulling their guns. I just dropped to my knees and started crying. Said my best friend just died and then I pointed inside. Damn. Then of course when they questioned me I lied, but in the end I still got charged with manslaughter, homicide. I wish that I could tell you this was fiction, but it's not. Since I've been home from prison, music's the only thing I got. Slaughter me and slander me, I don't give a f. Man, that don't hurt me at all, nah. Like, y'all have no idea what the f my life consisted of, and I don't know what the f yours did either, like. For real, like, man, look, you can't look at someone and assume nothing, you hear me? Like, for real, people go through shit you never did in all walks of life all around the world. Just cause they smiling, that don't mean that they ain't hiding pain. Man, everybody's hiding pain. Like, man, everybody has shit they don't want people to know. Real talk. Man, I just ain't afraid to let you know who I am. Share who I am with you, cause it's authentic. It's too real to be fake. You feel me? Like, man, if I could say one thing, it'd be don't let your past determine your future.
I don't think I stopped once in that video. That video right there. Well, that really tells you something when he says, you know, kind of like, don't judge a book by the cover. You have no idea. You don't know what that person's been through. I would have never guessed. Wow. Mm. You know, when it all starts with the dad not being around. I mean, maybe not all starts, but that is a big problem. Damn, bro. If by chance you see this, I am so, so fucking sorry you had to go through that. I too had a story where I could have potentially shot one of my good friends. We were quail hunting up in the Temecula Valley mountains. I'm climbing up some rocks, and I had an ammo belt on, big pouches full of shotgun shells. And as I'm hiking, I have the gun loaded, no safety on, and I'm holding like the area, like the pump action. And as I'm climbing some rocks, the trigger guard catches like a bottle of water, and it hits the trigger on the way back, and it shoots in front of me as I'm climbing some rocks, luckily at the rocks right below my roommate's feet. And I think about that from time to time, how that very second could have changed the rest of my life forever had that have hit him or hurt him or killed him. And we living in Texas have constitutional carry out here. And it's just something that everyone needs to remind themselves of, gun safety and being and taking every ultimate precaution, you know, for your children, for your family, for anybody else around you, even for the potential likelihood you leave something in your car and somebody comes through at night and takes it out of your car. I mean, we've got to eliminate situations like that and be responsible so that things like that don't happen. Burden, your situation's gnarly. Man, I appreciate the story and that song and the fact that you were able to put that out there like that, because I didn't live a childhood like that. And I know there's a lot of people who did, and they probably draw a lot of peace and power from hearing you be able to talk about it. I mean, you did the time, you obviously feel the guilt, the remorse, and you sounded like you mentioned God, and I don't know enough of your music to know where you really stand, but I think you're a believer and you've got forgiveness, man. So um, that was truly an intense song. I really dug that. And it gives me a whole nother perspective and opinion of you and the shit you've seen, when so many people are faking it in the rap industry, trying to be hard when they haven't had it hard at all. Knowing that you've really experienced a life like that, uh, it just shows the depth in your music. So, man, I love you, dog. Thank you for that song. I thought it was awesome. It's great to know your story, and I think you're in a much better place. At least I hope you are. So, take care.